I spent 24 hours in Japan's most haunted forest. And here's what happened. This is Aokigahara, also known as the suicide forest. It's said that if you enter the woods, you won't come out the same ever again. So I decided to document every hour of my experience in the forest. For the first 2 hours, everything seemed fine. It's just some creepy sounds here and there. Then, as the sun began to set, the shadows between the trees started to look like figures standing in the distance. I tried to push past the fear and set up camp, but then I heard a blood-curdling scream in the middle of the night. I ran to my car and turned on all the lights, but I couldn't find anything outside. Maybe it was just an animal, I thought. But then, I started to see things moving in my peripheral vision. By the time the clock struck 12, my fear had reached its peak. I didn't want to be in the forest anymore, but I had to stay. The forest is cursed, and it's said that if you leave before sunrise, bad luck will follow you for the next 7 years. So I made a mental note to stay until sunrise. As the night went on, I documented the creepy sounds and the feeling of dread that was slowly consuming me. By 3 a.m., I was too scared to even look outside the car. I started hearing whispers in Japanese. I don't know what they were saying, but it sounded like they were legends of people who entered the forest and never came back. At 5 a.m., I made a deal with myself. If I made it past 6 a.m., I would leave the forest no matter what. But then the sky started to turn a slight shade of blue, and I saw something in the distance. It looked like a person walking towards my car. I turned on the flashlight, and as the figure came closer, I could see that it was a man with a woman's kimono on. He walked past my car and into the trees without even acknowledging my presence. And that's when I realized that Aokigahara wasn't just a scary forest. It was a portal to another world. I managed to get through the next hour, but as soon as the sun started to rise, I made a run for it. I didn't look back once. When I got home, I checked my phone and I had 3 new messages from my friends. They were all the same. They asked me why I didn't respond to their calls last night. But I didn't go to the forest alone. I brought a friend with me. I asked him why he didn't answer his phone. He said that he was asleep, but his phone was on airplane mode. I checked my phone and sure enough, mine was on airplane mode too. I didn't remember turning it on, but I must have done it subconsciously, because deep down, I knew that if I stayed in that forest any longer, I wouldn't be the same again.